Right. So this is why I've been saying, make sure that you understand that everything is real. The moment the senses take it in, that makes it real. Right then, the moment you either hear it or see it, feel it, sense it in any kind of way, from that moment is real. But there's layers to reality. Remember, there's pre-real, there's post-real, and there's reality itself, like right in the middle of real, which is where we are, what's happening. Pre-reality is what we're thinking, right? So you take a movie like Friday the 13th, and you can't see Jason as the good guy unless you're on the fourth dimension. On the fourth dimension, you can see that the symbolism of Jason is real, because what he's getting vengeance against in the films is what neglected his youth. He was left to drown, right? For the sake of what? The camp counselors were having sex. And so he just went on to slay the very representation of that. So instead of Jason treating it like it was just two camp counselors who neglected him that caused this, instead he turned those two camp counselors into a construct. And he just went on a rampage, eventually getting a hockey mask, going from a potato sack, just a boy limited to his field, just his field of study, hence the knapsack, can only travel just getting on his feet. Jason, Friday the 13th, the one who, the divine feminine was the first slayer. She was the first Tiamat. She was the drunken Hathor. She was the rage of Kali, Jason's mother. And it's the divine feminine that guides Jason. And she calls his name Jason. Jason, that's my boy. The one born out of baptism. See, you don't see this on the fourth dimension. On the third dimension, it's just a horror movie that just has too many sequels, and it just becomes a big old mashup fest. But if you're reading between the lines, you understand what Jason is, what Jason represents. The creeping sound, the whispering sound, you know what I mean? The fact that he's a goalie. Jason is there to defend you against something. He's there to block you from those that destroy the youth. Jason is the slayer of those who destroy the youth. Jason Voorhees is the slayer of those who destroy the youth. Whether it's the youth, the young, or the youthful parts in you, those who try to kill your dreams, Jason is there to kill that. Jason is usually resurrected by what? A lightning bolt. And who fell down from heaven like lightning? Satan, the adversarial nature. So the one who's going to pick up the weapon and fight back and be an enemy to the enemy. The one who's going to put up their dukes is Jason. And this is just one concept of what the fourth dimension or higher dimensions yet will open up for you. Just in a simple horror movie. You can see it if you're reading between the lines. When I say it's real, it's pre-real. Hey, look, even to the fact where, according to some technologies, movies become middle real and post real. Certain cars weren't out until the movies were out. Certain planes weren't out until the movies was out. Certain gear, certain styles, certain slang. It wasn't out until certain movies came out first. It's also known as predictive programming. But essentially what it is thought form creation and building a landscape. So everything that the metaverse is set to create and everything that VR and AR is set to do is just a replication of what we already do in RR, in real reality. So you got VR, virtual reality, just what you see. AR, augmented reality, a sense of what you feel. And then you have RR, real reality, exactly what it is. And the war is over exactly what it is. This is why, again, they're showing you Ready Player One again to remind you to express your duality and don't neglect one for the other. Don't be stacking trailers in a landfill somewhere and calling that civilization when you're living like a king online. You got a palace, you got 1,000 guns, you got 100 cars. You could drive anything you want, go anywhere you want, be anyone. But remember, if the body who has the headset on dies, then the person in the game dies too. Super T Sigma, Sigma Programming. Peace.